show wherever they go. Southern claws and paws, y'all, fluffing fur at the roll call. A bark, a meow, a squawk, and a cheer. Best friends of the South are all right here. A piglet grins with muddy chins. A parrot talks, a lizard crawls. Life's more fun with Southern claws and paws. Big or small, short or tall, we got room for them all. Southern claws and paws, y'all, fluffing fur at the roll call. A bark, a meow, a squawk, and a cheer. Best friends of the South are all right here. The South, we dress them the best. A possum on a leash, a golden shades, critter couture for the parade. Southern claws and paws, y'all, fluffing fur at the roll call. A bark, a meow, a squawk, and a cheer. Best friends of the South are all right here.
And yes, it is the last pet show of the year, Miss Jen.
Oh, no.
But we'll have one next year.
That's right. Maybe they'll behave tonight. Y'all going to behave tonight?
I don't know. It's getting close to New Year's Eve, and people might act up a little bit. You know, the pets might even be acting up a little bit.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you, you have to move all this cold weather in my hands. I'm rubbing my hands right now. It just drives me crazy.
Yes.
You get older. And arthritis, and I don't have it bad, but I do have some arthritis in my hands. There's no doubt. Too. I don't have the same strength I had. They'll throb sometimes, especially in my thumbs. I can feel it. And it's cold does not help. And the pets, you know, it's hard on them too if they have to get out in the cold. I imagine if there are animals that go outside to relieve themselves, right now they're making a fast charge back in the house after the deed is done, because it's cold. But
yes,
it is great to be here. Welcome to Southern Claws and Paws. I'm the Cornbread Man, and yes, the legendary. This is the cat lady. She is the knowledgeable person on this show. I'm just the mouth. Yeah. That's all I can say on that. I'm learning every week, and I'm going to learn this week. I can tell you, we've got a little bit of trivia later in the show, and I didn't cheat. I didn't look ahead of time. I'm going to go through it, but we do have some trivia, some animal trivia, and we'll have some in the next 3 or 4 shows. I got like 100 of them. I'm here to learn.
All right.
Did you have a good Christmas, Miss Jen? Did the kittens enjoy, or the cats enjoy? They're not kittens anymore, but did the cats enjoy their presents?
They did. They got a new little pop-up camper to play in.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes. And then they got a couple of new rats. Then they got some treats that came in from TikTok yesterday. They're catnip treats.
Oh, happy cats. Happy life. Happy cats. Happy life.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad. Well, it ain't really mine, but we all claim her. Coco is not happy because Kaylee has been away.
Yes, I bet.
So she'll hear me. I'll call her name. She'll come in there and look at me, and she's looking at the cameras and everything. It's amazing how much that dog knows how to use the cameras. And she heard my family outside today. They were getting back. She come in there looking. That was not what she wanted to see. She's checking. You can see her move her head, like looking at every person, like Mama's not here.
Oh.
I heard her in there. It's heartbreaking, But
yes.
you can't have the cat or the dog where they're at. They just can't have pets. But I heard her crying. I was like, oh, don't do that, I can hear her whipping her a little bit, she's missing her. She's usually okay for a day or two, but when it gets a little longer than that. And Kaylee, it's hard for her. She'll call me, so I miss my dog. I'm coming home. Then they'll say, well, we got these other things to do, and they'll do that. And she'll say, I'm going to stay another day or two. And so anyway, they'll both be happy when the reunion occurs.
Yes.
But anyway, let's get started into the show and talk about some adoptable pets. And here we have Boots, and I like the name Boots for a cat or a dog. I just like Boots. I just like that. I guess with Kaylee in the house, early on when she was, I forget what age, 4 or 5, something like that, it was Dora and Boots, you know. It always reminds me of that, Dora the Explorer and Boots. But this is at the McCamey Animal Center. You see the information on the screen. Mixed breed, female, almost 47 pounds, has been there for a bit, July. Boots is a lovable girl with a heart full of affection. She's gentle, friendly, and always happy to make new human friends, whether she is enjoying playtime, going for a walk, or just snuggling by your side. Boots brings warmth and joy wherever she goes. She's ready to find a family to call her own and will happily put her best paw forward every day. Hey, that's all you can ask. Put the best paw forward. I kind of like that.
Yes.
Boots. So if you're in the Chattanooga area or somewhere within range, consider Boots. Boots needs a home. What's a good-looking dog? Cute. Good-looking dog. Then we have Floyd Felines. You're going to talk about this one. Pet of the week.
This is Grady. Grady is, they're not sure, but 1 to 3 years old. And he'll probably grow up to be a medium size to like 7 to 11 pounds. He is litter box trained, he is neutered, and he is vaccinated. Poor Grady was adopted and they brought him back, but no fault of his own. So he's a little confused why he is back. But this cat loves attention. And I did see Grady week before last when I got pictures of Buddy, and he did want all the attention. He was just all over the place, and Ashley picked him up and was just loving all over him. And they said they're trying to break him, but if he don't get the attention, he will nip at you. So they're trying to break him from the little nips at you if you're not paying attention to him. So hopefully we can get Grady back in another home and everybody give him some love at the Floyd Felines.
In Rome, Georgia.
Yes, in Rome.
How long was Grady away before brought back?
They did not say in his profile on Pet Finder.
That's got to be tough. You know,
yes.
You think it's your home. It turns out not being your home. You come back, and you know that's got to be a huge adjustment. Mm-hmm. So give Grady a home, needs a lot of attention. And so we've had Boots. And again, there was Boots and McCamey Animal Center. Then we got Grady at the Floyd Felines. And we've got a couple things we want to cover for Floyd Felines. They've got some shirts and stuff for sale, donations, which help them with their cost. And so make sure you go to their website. Look at those things. There's further information about where they're located, emails, Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. They're out there. You can find them. And we got to find out. I imagine that number probably goes up. They said about,
yes, I will check and see what it is to go up for 2025. I'll make a note. And also for Floyd Felines starting January the 4th, if you would go to 2026 Floyd Felines auction, they will start a new auction on Facebook. And so that's another fundraiser they'll do from the 4th through, it's Monday through Saturday. So I can't remember, I don't know what Saturday's date is, but it's all week long. So if you see stuff on there, check all week up until 11:59 on Saturday morning. And they'll cut it off then.
Yeah, one lucky person will spend their spring break in the mountains and help Floyd Felines. It could be you. Cabin Details, thank you to the Hodge family for their generous donation. Get your raffle tickets. Also made possible by WonderWorks Online Pigeon Forge. I've been by there many times. In fact, my granddaughter spent the night there with the Girl Scouts one time, just a handful of years ago. One winner be chosen February 1st. That's pretty cool. April 5th, I guess, through the 12th.
Yes.
Donated in loving memory of Mary Kate McCaffrey.
Yes, she was the vice president over Floyd Felines and passed away a few months ago from cancer.
Okay. Hey, that's a heck of a deal. You're helping. You're one, you're helping.
Yes.
Two is you have an opportunity to win this thing, and that's cool.
I know one ticket is $10. 5 tickets, I can't remember. I just remember one ticket's $10. But if you go on there, it'll tell you, and then where you can get all of them.
Yeah, they say you'll receive a bundle of tickets to use for your trip. On the trip, all WonderWorks exhibits, the motion theater, the glow in the dark ropes course. I've never been in there. It sounds fun. Mm-hmm. One game of laser tag. Hey, you gotta like some laser tag.
Yes.
But and hey, you're in the mountains. How cool is that? So, good job, Floyd Felines. I like that, and for the Hodge family for making that possible. That's cool. I like it when they get creative with stuff.
Yes, they usually do this. I know they've already did it once this. Well, they did it always for spring break. Usually they do have one. So that's a
Very
good
nice.
thing that somebody.
Very nice. And we have another informational top posting here, Miss Jen.
Yes. Floyd Felines somebody has decided they would match $4,000 if they can raise $4,000. And all the donations will go to fixing cats and stuff. And you can see if you have one female and one male times 7, you're going to have 32,000 plus kittens.
That's incredible.
A lot.
I would have never guessed that would have been that number. I mean, because we just think of 2 and it starts multiplying to big litters. Then all of them are going to start having cats. And that's crazy. 7 years, 32,000 plus kittens. That's crazy. That's why we have to get this done. So, and then that's like you said, the rescues are full. The humane societies are full.
Yes, because I just saw when I was on Facebook to share us, the city of Calhoun, Georgia Animal Control, they are full and all their adoptions are free right now.
Wow. There you go, folks. It's time to get out there. If you were thinking about it, make sure it's the right decision for you. And it's a lifelong investment, life of the pet. But yeah, the need is great. And, and right now I was thinking, as cold as it is, some of these, there's still animals that are, out there in the cold. I mean, we talked about that a few weeks ago, the little shelters that people put out for cats and stuff to find dogs or whatever, to find some warmth, out there in these cold nights. So, I wonder what, and I don't know the answer. I'm going to have to ask some people that I know that are homeless. I kind of run into them with the job I do. A lot of homeless people have animals, especially dogs, companions. I get it. That's fine. They love, and by the way, they'll feed those animals before they'll feed themselves. I mean, they're taken care of. They keep them in, and they're out of the rain and stuff. I mean, I've watched them. But I'm wondering what measures they got to go to try to keep a lot of themselves warm with the pet. Some of those structures are very rudimentary. I'm gonna have to ask about that the next time that I'm able to talk to a couple of them. There's some of them don't want to talk to you if you're wearing official clothing because it's like a rat out thing. People their own will get mad at them. I mean, they're like, you don't talk. But I've built relationships with people, and they will, from time to time, they'll just come up and say, hey, they'll let me know what's going on, or if somebody's acting up. you know, but they show respect back to me. They don't act up or anything. And we had problems in the past, but they realize, you know, I'm firm but fair. And so over time, I've been able to talk to some of them, and we get along. So I wanted to ask them about that. I think that's interesting. Then we see the Rome Floyd. We want to make sure the Humane Society. And when we got this, they were at maximum capacity. I'm sure that's probably about the same. But there are ways to help all of these all over the country. But there are things you can do. They've got Pet Food Pantry 11 to 1 on Wednesdays, I see.
Yes.
Low-cost spay and neuter options and assistance, traps and kennels for transport to spay and neuter clinics, advice on caring for your cat, emotional support, animal registration resources and vaccinations, and flea prevention. So all that it can be found on the Rome Humane Society website at www.romefloydhumanesociety.org. There you go. Give them some love as well. And last but not least, Animal Rescue Alliance, Fanta.
Oh, how cute.
That's a cute cat. Fanta is an American Shorthair male, 5 pounds, little old bitty cat.
Look, sunshine, it looks like you.
Is 9 months, 1 week as of when they posted this, which is, I think, fairly recent. And it is in the location, the socialization station they have there in Donaldsonville, Georgia, with Miss Carol there. Met her several times and had her on the show. But Animal Rescue Alliance Inc. Man, somebody's got to get that cat.
Yes.
That's a cute cat. So somebody in the region or away. I mean, they have had people come and adopt from 2 states away. They've even met them before in like Atlanta or something, so they don't have to come all the way south. But you work that out with them, get in touch with them, and they have a lot of good support too. And they're a no-kill shelter, and they do top out, and they can't take no more because of that. So, but they have a lot of folks do a lot of stuff for them. And there was nothing like this in the area when she came, and through some helps that were people that really wanted to see something like this happen, it became a reality. And we've been there and played with some of the dogs and stuff. And my grandkids have went in and spent some time with the dogs and cats. And, you know, it'll touch your heart. There's no doubt.
Yes.
And the last time we were there, Jeremy, a cat jumped on him. I missed it though. I was outside filming, getting some outdoor shots and talking to my wife who was sitting in the car. And then I went back in. That's when they told me it happened. And I missed it. I wish I'd have saw that. I think that's funny. But Fanta, what a cool name. It's got to be a story. Fanta. That's cool. All right. A recent law change in Tennessee and Georgia about chiropractic care. This is going into effect January 1st. There's a couple of differences to this. In Tennessee, they will allow the human chiropractors to practice with animals, but it comes with a strict requirement. Licensed chiropractors must have 6 hours of continuing education annually. That's quite a bit of time there, 6 hours. And obtain a certificate from the American Veterinary Chiropractic Association. This law aims to provide chiropractic care to animals while ensuring they only qualified professionals are allowed to do so. However, the Tennessee Veterinary Medical Association has raised concerns about the potential risk and dangers of animal chiropractic care without proper veterinary training. In Georgia, they require that those chiropractors obtain a veterinary medicine degree, much more strict, and become licensed veterinarians to practice animal chiropractic. So they want to make sure the same thing, that they're getting the right care. Have you ever took an animal to chiropractic care? I didn't even know this was a thing, Jen.
No, I have not.
I did not know. And now it looks as though you and your pet could go to the same chiropractor and get worked on.
You need to go to the chiropractor, sunshine.
Straighten you out. I have been to chiropractors. You know, sometimes, I mean, I like them, but then sometimes it feels like a torture chamber. I haven't been in a long, long time. I decided to self-maintenance. I have problems with my neck due to a car wreck, and it feels good now. They got some stuff there. It feels good. That spray bed, I'm going to tell you what, you can go sleep on that thing. deep massages on your back and neck and all that. That feels good. Imagine the animals will get spoiled to that pretty quick, especially a dog or something.
Yes.
I mean, heck, fire, they like scratching of the belly. I can imagine getting some massages and stuff. Okay. All right. We're going to bring that down and we'll come back to, oops, I dropped the wrong one. I dropped Jen. I wanted to, we're going to go to the animal trivia in just a minute, but I wanted to, this article is a little bit older. It's this year, but it's been a few months ago. But there is an article on Petful about the high cost that pet parents have, and there's just no getting around that. It's expensive, so you got to really know what you're getting into as you're going to be a pet owner. Jen talked about that, but there's a lot of expenses to it. They interviewed a lady in California, and which I can imagine California cost.
Yes.
But the unexpected cost of caring for a pet, she admits she'd go into debt to keep her dog Dexter healthy, as she did years ago when her cat also got sick. I made the decision to cut costs elsewhere. Typically, and I listen to this. Typically, she was eating lots of ramen noodles for a month, sort of thing, to make it work financially because the pets were sick. That, that's the kids. Vet care is expensive, but there are resources. I've always worked with local rescues that would offer coupons for the spray and neutering, and we just saw that where there are some options and free options sometimes. So you got to look into all that stuff. Surgeries are expensive. I was reading just this week of someone whose animal had to have surgery, and I think if I remember right, it was over $3,000 that they had to come up with for this surgery. Over $3,000. It's amazing. So they just want you to know that there's a lot to that, and you can easily become indebted. Just like you can for anything else, a life expense. Hello. That's Miss Jen saying that. I just seen hello. You throw me off. I just seen hello.
Hello.
Hello to you. Another lady said her first Cocker Spaniel got skin cancer, which I don't know how prevalent that happens for an animal. Have you heard? Does that happen a lot or?
Well, white cats, if they're not careful being outside, they're more prone to possibly get skin cancer being white and the sun being able to get to their skin more because being, the white and stuff, so they have to be careful. But I don't know about all cats. I just know I've heard about the white cats, needing to be careful. Will you please move?
They said that they drew on their savings to cover the cost. They also invested in pet health insurance, which we talked about 2 or 3 weeks ago, which they said helped immensely. At least they had some kind of insurance. The animal made a full recovery and lived till almost 15 years. In another case, a 35-year-old woman from British Columbia, she set aside some money, emergency money in case of need, which is planning ahead, realizing that anything can happen. They could get injured. Another animal could get a hold of them, disease, sickness, whatever. She had a French bulldog. Bulldogs can be very expensive. All kinds of bulldogs, but especially those English bulldogs. She had a French bulldog. It required expensive gastric surgery that exceeded the amount saved. So even though they put aside emergency money, it went beyond that. It drained it. She said, I don't have kids. My pets are my kids, and they're essential to my emotional well-being and keeping loneliness at bay. My dog also helped me stay physically active, so it helps her that way. She took out a lot of credit to cover the surgery, which happens a lot, I guess. I guess they turn you over to, I don't know if she drew on her own. Some places offer you, they're expensive because the interest rates are horrible. Sometimes at those things you can work through a finance place, and finance a surgery, but you're going to be paying a lot of interest rates on something like that. But she said she was able to get the surgery and medication for the dog, but she suffered anxiety from the financial burden, which she said I would do again. But like us all, we get caught up in the money situation. We're concerned about it. And so it's just, I think planning ahead, it can be really easy to get in debt beyond, because we budget. We all have to have it. You should have a budget. You have to budget for the animals as well. One person's, they have 3 or 4 suggestions, and I'm going to go to the next story. One is to start a pet emergency fund. One lady said, I put $25 a week into the emergency fund. That adds up to $1,300, which, over time, a year, I guess, which would help offset if anything happened, you at least have that. And if you didn't, it would keep growing. And then you after a couple, 3 years, you'd be probably okay. There are something, I didn't know this, called the Pet Rewards Credit Card. Have you heard of that? Hey, Jake.
Hey, Jake.
The Pet Rewards Credit Card. I've never heard of that.
No, I got Care Credit. And, you can use that at vets and doctor's offices and stuff. But that's why I got it, is to use for the pets in case I needed it.
Okay.
I'm going to beat you if you don't go home.
We're fixing to need some medical care for the cat. Is that Sunshine?
Yes.
Sunshine. This is through something called Nibbles Pet Rewards Credit Card.
Huh.
And then you can also do a pet insurance or a wellness plan. There are a lot of options. We talked about that.
Yeah.
And then other people who I assume have a lot of trust, they work together as different families, and they actually help to put money into a fund to help pay for each other's pet needs. So I thought that was interesting. So it is very expensive and can get extremely expensive if you start having some problems. And I want to bring this one.
You don't want to see your butt. It's damn.
Well, she says my butt is, or is it she or he? He. Sorry. You may not be able to see this, but you can see the picture of the dog. This is cool from USA Today. After 10 years, more than 100 assignments and thousands of victims helped, a 4-legged member of the FBI is hanging up the leash. Geo, a 12-year-old English Labrador, is retiring from the FBI's crisis response canine program on that would be tomorrow. Tomorrow is the last day.
Aww.
Joined the force in 2015. Geo has supported more than 4,000 people impacted, and I get this, by mass shootings and other tragedies through his role with the FBI's Victim Services Division. We have a lot of problems sometimes with the FBI. This would be a good program, though. While animal therapy is used, it says, in a variety of settings as a proven mental health support system, the FBI did not widely adopt the practice of using dogs for victims before a pilot program launched about a decade ago. That's when Geo and Wally, there you go in the picture, another canine program member, came along. They became the first 2 members of the FBI Crisis Response Canine. Hey, I will, Jake. You got to give me a few, man. Because of their success, the agency added 2 more members to the program earlier this year, Golden Labradors, Taz and Peg. They helped us as investigators to engage with victims in a way where victims feel calm and confident and can tell us their stories in really sensitive situations, according to the assistant director. As for those who come after him, Geo's handler, Melody, has words of wisdom for the next canine members. I think Geo would tell them to take every opportunity you have to nap, because you never know when the next deployment will be. When that happens, you're going to be expected to hit the ground running, and there will be super long days. And I think he would remind them that they're doing very important work and that they will positively impact many folks along the way. That is dang cool. And ain't it sad that in this day and time we have to have something called that, or have something like that, because of mass shootings?
Yes.
But it reminds me a little bit, a lot of the officers carry stuffed animals, teddy bears and things like that in the patrol cars for children Oh, I'll check it out, Jake. Just give me a minute, brother. We appreciate you. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you, Jake. I haven't talked to you. But that's a cool program. I didn't know they had it. That's why I said I learned something every time we do this. Another cool story, kind of cool. It's kind of sad in one way, but cool in another. And I'll put this up on the screen as well. Hang on just a second. Let me take something down here. Remove from the studio. Remove. Let's see here.
While you're doing that, I forgot to tell you last week that a cat was missing for 434 days after Hurricane Helena, and they found him and took him to a vet and scanned him for a chip and reunited him with his family.
Hallelujah. That's cool. Very cool. All right. Sharing this screen now. There we go. I just wanted you to see the condition of this place. This was in St. Louis, and this was posted earlier this month. They had a lot of inclement weather, and a pair of rescuers were scouring the city on foot, searching for someone who had been missing for days. Neighbors said they'd been feeding a pregnant dog for a while, but she disappeared the week before. Knowing that a pregnant stray dog had gone missing was already concerning the rescuers, but the wintry weather rolling through the city made them even more worried. In the last few days, St. Louis has been hit with inches of snow, sleet, ice, and dangerous temperatures. They wrote, we assumed she had her babies in one of the nearby abandoned houses and began our search. And there you can see the dog curled up. With a row of abandoned houses to check, the rescue team, led by Donna Lockman, crossed their fingers as they entered the first home. Their hope of finding her on the first try soon turned to relief when they spotted a pair of eyes staring at them from across the living room, hiding under a piece of furniture. She was in the first one they searched. How about that?
Oh.
As they approached the dog, her warning growls confirmed their suspicions. She had her 5 babies, and there you can see all the little and she was doing everything she could to protect them. Mama was so good protecting her little ones. She loves people, but was unsure of our intentions. Lockwood understood the mama's dog apprehension and spoke to her softly as she crept closer. Though the dog, later named Jackie Frost, what a name, was apprehensive, she allowed the rescuers to place a slip lead around her neck and followed them out of the house. Once Jackie Frost was safe in the car, Lockman began collecting the newborn puppies until she had all 5 little ones in her arms. She was astonished about how small and vulnerable they were. They are just a week old, so she must have had them a day or two before Thanksgiving. And you can see the footage of the rescuers there. And
she's actually in this room.
You can see the condition and just how abandoned that is.
From the front.
Yes.
But that runs for a few minutes. But anyway, that's pretty cool. They were out looking for, they were looking for the animal. They knew the dog was out there. They could have just easily,
who cares? Yeah.
Yeah, who cares? It's bad weather. And the fact that they found the dog on the first, look at this condition of this place. Looks like a meth house or something. You know what I mean?
Freak out
Yeah.
bad
I'm going to play it for a minute till they find her.
Easy to get through.
This is them going in. Pretty cool. Can you see that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. And they're going in this place. You can hear her growling. And then there she is.
You to a warm place with your babies, okay?
That's sad.
Okay, Mama.
Yeah, you can hear the growls.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Bless her.
Okay. Okay.
Gave her plenty of space, and she ain't playing.
No.
You leave my babies alone.
You baby down there.
Wow.
Would you want to go with us? Yeah, how about we take you and your babies to a nice warm place? Oh,
That's cool.
thanks. So you're
I mean, it's sad that they were there,
you don't have to worry about them then.
but at least in there it was out of the elements. I'm sure it was
Yeah.
cold. But I'm glad they found the
Little baby down there.
the little family
Yeah.
there, and I could see you doing something like that, Miss Jen. I can see you going in there
I'll be right.
and getting the
behind you
dog
with the puppy.
and headed out. And there's all the little pups.
She's got all different color puppies.
Yeah. There we go.
2.
Yeah, they're small. I'm amazed she got all 5 in her arms. I'd be afraid I'd drop one. They could be moving around. The expression hurting
Come on,
cats,
we
you
got
know.
your babies.
And the dog says,
We
yeah,
got your puppies.
still growling a little bit like,
Yeah.
wow.
Come on, we got your babies.
That's a pretty cool story.
It is.
We got your puppies.
He's sitting back
You're
like,
okay.
you bring in
We
puppies.
got your babies.
I'm glad it's not a bear.
It's okay.
Yeah.
We got your babies. Pretty.
It's a heavy dog. And there you go.
See? You're okay. Girl. What's a very good girl.
Hi.
Yeah, that's a very good girl.
Can you hear that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I just making sure.
She did very well.
That's a cute story. Right here, Christmas.
In the way, I can't see the puppies. Move out of the way. Oh.
They're funny. See how they've been around for long.
Oops. Puppy. You need a puppy.
That's the way you do it. That's cool. That's cool. I like that. And I didn't see that before. That was posted on the 5th of December, but what a cool story.
Yes.
That was. And so pretty cool, pretty cool. Now, Jake says, I don't know which email did you send it to, Jake? Which email, bub? He says he's got a video. Got to hurry, man. We got trivia to get to. Where's it at, Jake? Got to post. We might have to start in the trivia and then we'll look and see. All right. Let's see what we know. Let's see what we know. Let me find everything. All right. Let me get back over here. Pull the PowerPoint back up and let's see what we got. Dun, dun, dun. Here we go. Oh, that's not it. That's not the one I wanted. Let's see here. I gotta find it now. I think I dropped that PowerPoint and I need to pull it back up. So 1 second, folks. 1 second. So are the cats all getting along? They're behaving?
Yeah, for the most part. We get a little wild every once in a while. Have to get in trouble.
All right, let me fix this. I'm gonna pull it back up. Ba-ba-ba-bum. All right. Here we go. Let's see if we can pull this back up now. And we'll talk about some trivia. I gotta find it. That's not it. That's not it. Might have to pull it back up into this. Hold on a second.
Mm-hmm.
It's just easier for me to pull the whole PowerPoint back up in the studio than it is to share on that sometimes. All right, 1 second, folks. I'm almost there. Da-da-da-da-da. It's loading up now. We hope you had a great Christmas and a Happy New Year to everybody.
Yes.
That is fast upon us. Do you have any big plans for a new year? Do y'all get together as a family or do anything?
No, we're gonna be on the podcast breaking in the new year.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, I will be. I'm actually going to be on James's podcast for a little bit early, and then I'm going to come back over. So,
Oh,
all right. Let me get back to the slide.
doom.
All right.
There we go.
Let's see what you know, Miss Jen.
Oh Lord.
Which mammal is known to have the most powerful bite in the world? A tiger, an elephant, or a hippo?
I think a hippo. I think it's the hippo.
That's what I would guess. Those things don't play.
No.
And your answer is ding, ding, ding. Hippopotamus. Give yourself a point, Miss Jen. We both get a point.
Okay.
There you go.
I get a point.
All right. And we're going to do 11
Okay.
tonight, and we'll do some more next time. How long is an elephant pregnant before it gives birth? Now, I'm going to tell you, I don't have a clue on this. This total guess job coming. An elephant. Wow.
Let's go with 22 months. B. I've heard it, but
I'm going to say 30 months just to throw another answer out there. Total guess job, I have no idea. The answer is, you got it, 22. Ding, ding, ding. Look at Jen. That's why she is the smart one in the crowd. She knows all this stuff. Which of these mammals doesn't lay eggs? Tasmanian devil, platypus, or the spiny anteater?
I would think the Tasmanian devil doesn't lay eggs.
I'm going to say Tasmanian devil as well. That stands out to me. Survey says, yes, it is the Tasmanian devil. Does not lay eggs. I did not know that, though. And I wonder, anyway, I don't know why, but that's interesting. Don't lay eggs. And I don't know why the others do. I mean, I'll be honest with you. My knowledge of the spiny anteater and the platypus is very limited.
Yeah.
Why are flamingos pink?
Oh, I heard this a couple of weeks ago on one
Color
of the
of
shows
the
I was
blood?
watching.
Turn pink in the egg or their diet? I think it's the color of their blood. I'm sure I'm wrong on that.
Turn pink in the egg. They're died.
I have no idea on this.
I don't either. I'll do a different answer. I'll say B. Turn pink in the egg. I don't think
All
that's
right,
it.
let me pull this one back up. Sir, that's number 4. Survey says, we blew it. It's diet.
I kind of was leaning. I was like, what would they be eating? But oh well. 0.
I wonder what it is about the diet that does that, though. What are they eating? What does a flamingo?
I know, because you always see them standing in a pond. So
If anybody knows, pop it in the chat. I'd like to know. I think that's interesting.
yeah.
All right. A dog sweats through which part of its body? Paws, head, tongue.
Tongue.
Paws, head,
I won't say tongue.
or tongue.
I don't know.
I will say tongue as well because when they stick their tongue out, they're panting.
Yeah.
That's number 5. It's their paws.
Oh.
I did not know that. Their paws. Well, that's not good. I mean, if they're on a hot pavement, which they're not supposed to be, but people do that crapola, they're sweating right into the hot pavement. That seemed like it would make it worse.
Yes.
I would think. That's crazy. I would have swore it was the tongue. Oh, we get kangaroo answer question. I like that. Generally speaking, how big is a newborn kangaroo? 1 inch, 4 inches, or 10 inch? The newborn kangaroo.
I just saw them the other day. They're just too cute. I'm going to go. I think it was 1 inch.
I'll ride with you on that. The 1 inch, which that seems awful small.
Yeah, they were. I mean, they just.
I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a newborn kangaroo. I mean, I've seen them as what do they call them? Roos? Is that what they're called?
Yeah,
Roos?
it was so cool.
But I did not know that. The survey says 1 inch. Way to go, Jen.
Yes. And
You
so
bet you-
I mean, it is amazing how they were like born and then they like crawl up to latch on to the boob or whatever. And they're just a little bitty thing. And I was like, oh my gosh.
We're going to have to find some video of that and put it up in the next show. I think that'd be cool. Hello to everybody on Instagram, by the way. Mike Rebel, A Brew for Truth, Incognito. I hope I said that right. And The Drip, Bargain Rapids. Did I say that right? I'm looking through my progressive lens. So if I said it wrong, I'm sorry. Hey, we got the Wolf Nation going on, and we're doing all these things with wolves and outdoor adventures and stuff. So this is a good one. This will be good for us too. How far can a wolf smell its prey? 1/2 mile, 1.5 miles, or 5 miles? And we always use the tagline, "The wolf knows." So the wolf would already know this. But I do not know this answer. I'm going to say 1.5 miles. That 5 miles just seems crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 1.5 miles too.
It just seems 1/2 mile seems a little too narrow because I know that a lot of animals have a crazy sense of smell, even like deer and stuff. So let's see what we got. We're going with the same thing. That was number 7. It's 1.5 miles. Look at us. We use logic and it worked. Think about that though. 1.5 miles away, the wolf is tracking you. 1.5 miles. Crazy. I guess I wonder if the wind direction has any effect on it. You would think it would.
Probably so.
I mean, if it was blowing away from the wolf, you would think it would prohibit it from being. I don't know. That's another good one. Which animal spends 90% of its day sleeping? I think I know this. The sloth, the naked mole rat. I don't even know if I've ever seen the naked mole rat or the koala. I think it's the koala.
Koala, yeah, because they just had it on TV earlier today.
Number 8, and we are right. It is the koala. How about that? That sounds like a pretty good life. 90%, you just sleep. They're cute as heck. I mean, cute as heck. This is funny. We have like 2, like I think of Australia. I had with one of our affiliates, I got a package in, and I haven't had to sign for a package in forever. And so they left me the thing. So we tried to deliver. Well, I got an email from the company that said, hey, they tried to deliver. Your package is there. So I went to the post office today and I told the guy, I said, it's been years since I've signed for something. And he went and got it. And he said, it's always Australia. I did not know that. If you get something in from Australia, you have to sign for it.
Oh.
So interesting. But that's a good answer. What color is a giraffe's tongue?
Purple.
I'm not tall enough to see it.
I say purple.
Purple, blue, or orange?
I know it's not orange. I think it's purple.
I wouldn't think it's orange either. Blue just doesn't sound. I think it'd be cool if it was blue. I think I'm riding with the purple as well. Number 9, survey says purple. Dang, you've got all these but 2, haven't you?
Yeah.
All these but 2. Good job.
Move now.
What color is a polar bear's skin under that white fur? This is a good one too. White, black, or pink? A polar bear's skin under that white fur. I think it's, I don't know. My brain is telling me to say pink, but I don't think that's the answer.
I won't say black.
I'm kind of like you. I'm pretty sure it's not white. The pink, I think I'm thinking pink because of other animals I've seen that have pink colored skin. I think it's the black as well. It is the black.
All right.
Boom. And I absolutely did not know none of these. Now, this last question, I have heard it, and I'm going to see if I can remember. How many compartments are there in a cow's stomach? 3, 4, or 6? But it's been a while since I've heard this asked. But I know there are different compartments to the stomach in a cow. It's got to be either 4 or 6. I know it's not 3. I'm certain of that. I don't think it's 3. Now watch me be wrong.
I'm gonna go with 4.
I'll say 6 just to be different. I think it is 6, but I don't know. Let's see here. It is. You were right. 4. Ding, ding, ding. Way to go, Jim. Look at you. Look at you. Hopefully you played along at home. Next year, our next show is next year.
Yes.
We will do another 10 or 11 of these. I've got about 100 of them. These are fun. I learned a lot in that. That is pretty cool.
Yes.
Pretty dang cool. I like trivia.
Viewers.
Shows how ignorant I am.
No.
But, well, ignorance not, stupid. It's just I don't know. And there's a lot I don't know. So that's one of the reasons I wanted to do the show. I wanted to be a resource for people, but I thought I can learn a lot if I just do a show. It'll force me to learn stuff that I don't know, and it'd be a lot of fun. So I think that's pretty dang cool right there. Awesome. But yeah, folks, we hope that you have a great new year, you and your animals. Do you watch I know in the previous years, I know the podcast, but did you ever watch the ball drop? Did you do the Dick Clark? Did you ever do that?
Yes, I've watched the ball drop. And my cousin I think a couple of years in Tallapoosa, they have the possum drop. They literally put a possum in a ball and drop it.
Of course. What? Is it a slow drop or?
I don't know. I have never been with them. They drive all the way over from Dawsonville to go to Tallapoosa, Georgia, to watch the possum drop.
Where is Tallapoosa? I think I've been through there, but I don't remember.
On the other side of Cedartown.
Oh, I've been through there. I think I came back from Alabama once and kind of came in through that way. Oh yeah,
they got a good steakhouse place too in Tallapoosa.
There's some rednecks down there, and they know it. I don't even have to say that.
Yeah.
That goes without saying. There's some rednecks in Tallapoosa. It almost sounds like an Alabama town, almost. It's probably not far from the border, I would say. I think but
no, probably not.
But I just wonder if they're dropping this thing really fast. What happens to the possum? I got a lot of questions. What happens to the possum afterwards? I'm just curious about that. The possum drop.
Oh no, I'm sure. I think you can pull it up. Possum drop in Tallapoosa. It's on Facebook, I'm sure.
We're going to research that. Maybe next week we'll show the 2025 version of the possum drop. I'm sure there'll be some videos out there, and we will let you know. We will, if you we'll show it anyway. And if you want to go look yourself, obviously you can do that. But that the possum drop. I don't even want to be near a possum. I mean, have you ever ate possum?
No.
Neither have I, and I'm not going to. Possum drop. Good grief. Now we have another cat. Which one is this?
This is Munchkin, Sunshine's brother.
Munchkin got jealous. Sunshine getting all the airtime, getting on the screen, and so yeah. How many? Going back to Floyd felines. How many? I think you said last time. How many animals can they hold, or do they hold, if they're full up?
It's a bunch.
It's a bunch.
They have cages that have anywhere from 1 to maybe 5 in a cage, depending on if it's the mom and the babies. Then they have cats running around, and then they have another room that's got cats in it. That's where Buddy was, and it's kind of called like the adoption room, but they still have like the ones running around that can be adopted. But yeah.
Is that how long they've been around? When they say that, how many animals saved since that time? Is that when they came? When they become organized at that time, 2015 or whatever it was? I saw on that.
Yes.
So that's when they came into being. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. 10 years basically. And they say we're going to get an updated number, but right at 1,100, probably more than that now. Animals. That's cool. And yeah, folks, get your animals spayed and neutered and let people know the resources that are out there. We continue to see these cases where people have taken in animals and it got away from them, and next thing you know, they just can't care for the animals. And it's just there. There were, and I always think about the house fires too, as people get maybe use. Sometimes they will use different sources of heating, and they get a little careless sometimes. And sometimes it's not only the humans that are getting burned up in these things; it's the animals as well, because they can't get out. And it's horrible. And I know this is the pet show, but my heart goes out to the Denny Hamlin family in the racing world, and the loss of his dad, and his mom is in bad shape too. And that's horrible. That is absolutely horrible. I don't know what happened. I heard that he may have been on oxygen. You got to be really careful with that stuff because it's it can be explosive and all that. So be safe out there, folks. And you got to watch animals too. I mean, they could knock over a heating source. I mean, they do knock over stuff. You got to be careful with that and make sure you have things secured and all that so that they don't do it. This would be a good time to remind people, and probably everybody that's listening, I'm just going to assume, I could be wrong, has already done this. But if you're going to have a space heater, make sure it has the UL approved tip over mechanism, meaning if it tips over, it shuts off. You will still find sometimes, some of them have been around a long time, they don't have that. And those are the kind that'll burn your house down. Make sure, because even if they have a regular heating, sometimes people use an extra little space heater for their feet, whether it's their office desk or something, in the house. They do this at work all the time. And it's fine. We let them do it like in the offices and stuff, but they have to be approved for tip over protection in case they do tip over in this cold weather. But see, that's one that a cat or a dog could be running. They could be playing. Next thing you know, they knock one over. And then you've got something on fire. So even if you're up and around, I don't think you should leave them on. But if you're up and around, you might be in the next room or something, and the dog goes running the cat, or the cat goes running the dog, or two cats, two dogs, whatever. I've got this last question. Has your cats ever had a battle royale where they all were just going at it, playing, flipping, flopping around?
Yeah. Earlier, I had them playing because I had bought these little new sticks, and they were playing with them, and they kind of only had 3, so they were kind of like, hey, and everybody come in to see, and they're fighting like, okay, really? But in the last couple of days, the 2 babies have been at it, playing and really rough while the other ones are sleeping. I was like, don't y'all need a nap too? So
I just think that you could have a heck of a cage match with 6 cats. I mean, they could go in there and battle it out, playing and see who comes out on top.
Yeah,
the champion, the cat battle royale. WWF. World Wrestling Federation for the cats. That's our show, folks. I hope you thought that. I had a lot of fun. Always do with the show. Thanks, Jen, for the information. You're a blessing as always. If I don't talk to you, have a happy new year.
You too.
Stay warm. Hope Mom is doing well, and all the cats. And we will see you next week, which will be next year. Feels strange to say.
I know.
This will start. This is this will be the start. That'll be the year I turn 61. So I don't know how I feel about that.
I will be 52 come March.
52. You're just a youngin'. March. What day? What day in March?
March 21st.
21st. One of my son. We have birthdays in March. I mean, there's only 12 months, but one of my sons, and there's quite a few in our family. There's quite a few for March, April, and May. That's where a lot of our birthdays is in those months. So there's a lot of cousins and stuff, and kids and grandkids. It's all around that month. So there's a lot of birthdays. But folks, we appreciate you. Give us a like, follow, share, all that, and it helps us, just expand our reach. And we have had some compliments on the positivity of the show. with all that's going on in the world. Sometimes you just don't need to have to focus on the craziness that's the world. And they told us that the pet show was a help, and they really enjoyed and liked the show. We appreciate those comments back. It makes us feel good that we're doing something that takes it's a rough time of year for a lot of people anyway.
Yes.
Especially if you've lost a loved one recently, or it doesn't matter if it's been 20 years to lose a family member at Christmas. That's hard, anywhere in that month or around the new year. So if we can give you something that'll lift your spirits a little bit, I'm glad we could do that. It's worth everything to do if we can do that for one. And we know we did it for one. And that makes me feel good. And thank you, Miss Jen. We'll get our music going, get you out of here. You have a great night, everybody, and we'll see you next time, which is next year. Salute and God bless. And if you don't know the Lord Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, make today the day of salvation. Start out the new year in a right relationship with the Lord Jesus Christ. And we'll see you then. Take care. Get the song going. There it goes.
Post. They're the critters that we love most. A hound in a hat or a cat in a bow. They steal the show wherever they go. Southern claws and paws, y'all. Fluffing fur at the roll call. A bark, a meow, a squawk, and a cheer. Best friends of the South are all right here. Muddy chins, a parrot talks, a lizard crawls. Life's more fun with southern claws and paws. Big or small, short or tall, we got room for them all. Southern claws and paws, y'all. Fluffing fur at the roll call. A bark, a meow, a squawk, and a cheer. Best friends of the South are all right here. The South, we dress them the best. A possum on a leash, a golden shades, critter couture for the parade. Southern claws and paws, y'all. Fluffing fur at the roll call. A bark, a meow, a squawk, and a cheer. Best friends of the South are all right.